The third part of the presentation, farm management deposits. In my history over 20 years with NAB, we've often seen the rate of lending increasing 3-4 times the amount of deposits. It's amazing the last 2 years that's flipped. I think the farm management data tells a great story here. It's an amazing story actually. As this table shows, FMDs currently 2.97 billion after a peak of 3.2. So 3.2 in June 2011. Year on year, increase from September was an increase of 23%. Of course, this is off better yields and better production and prices. What does the September 11 snapshot show? In detail, the FMD, the industries holding the larger farm management deposits are, to mixed point, grain, sheep and beef, 686 million, grains at 515 million, horticulture 400 million, and beef at 378 million. We've all got that competitive nature around states, state of origin, etc. So let's look at the states. Different states comprise of different industries, so it's not surprising to see dairy dominating it in Victoria, 134 million, and sugar in Queensland, 96. But if we go down to the states, we look at the eastern states dominate the FMD book. New South Wales, 677, Victoria, 665 million, and Queensland, 657 million. Not much between the eastern states. We also reviewed the data over the 5-year period. FMDs have increased a staggering 786 million. This is growth of 36% over the 5-year period, from 2.1 billion to the present 2.9 billion. And we've referenced over the same period the growth in states, again, South Australia by 46%, New South Wales increased by 43%, WA by 39%, and Victoria 37%. And to round that discussion off, the industry data over the same 5-year period, again to mixed point about the mixed enterprise, grain, sheep, beef up 71%, horticulture 50%, and grains at 38%. For those who like the detail, this is the 5-year data, 2006 to 2011, by state but also cut by industry. I won't dwell on this, this will be available after the presentation, but it's basically calling out, again, grain, sheep, beef in all states, horticulture, in particular Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria, sugar in Queensland, grain, especially in WA and SA, and finally on this next page, sheep and beef, especially in New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia, sheep in New South Wales, Vic and SA, and pigs in Queensland. Dairy in Victoria, and forestry and fishing across the board. So in summary on farm management deposits, the data shows that there's no particular sector standing out. The spread is across the states, across the majority of industries, so overall showing a healthy agriculture sector. To conclude, Australian agriculture continues to access debt to fund both present and future growth. We continue to see growth in deposits, as I pointed out the FMD across the sectors and states today. The industry, and indeed NAB, remains open for business, and we continue to support our existing clients. We are very bullish on agriculture. It's an attractive industry. It's at the core and heart of the Australian economy. We've heard a lot about mining this morning, but agriculture is at the core and the heart of the economy with a fantastic outlook. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.